Okay. Let's get started in seated. Morning, Simone. Let's get started in Baddha Konasana today. So I want you guys to bring the soles of your feet together and just shimmy your heels away from your groin, enough so that you've got more of a diamond shape through the legs. If you want to sit up on something, you can, that's fine. Otherwise, no props is fine too. And let's just start with a side bend. So inhale the right arm straight up, get lots and lots of length through the right side of the body. Take the right hand straight out from the right hip and then exhale the left arm over. So it's early in the practice. I'd advise you guys just to take it easy. We don't need to go too deep right away. But I just want you to get a sense of feeling like the left side rib cage. So all the little muscles around the ribs are starting to soften and release. And as that happens, you're able to take a deeper breath through the left side of the rib cage. Maybe the next breath in, you see your breath moving a little deeper into the internal organs, like the stomach, the spleen, the pancreas. They all live on the left side, just underneath the rib cage. And then using that left arm to bring the body up, easy, easy. Pause there as you exhale. Just take your time. And then inhale the left arm straight up, so get lots of length there. Left arm over to the left. And then exhale the right arm over. It's just let yourself settle in, but you'll notice that one side's stickier than the other. Just pay attention to that. It may be the other side, it may be this side. And then same thing again, get a sense of seeing your rib cage. And you want to feel as though your chest is lifting up, so you're not sinking or dumping any weight into the lower back. It's quite an active lift through the spine, but at the same time you're letting go through the neck. And then just see again your breath moving through the right side, the armpit, the right side rib cage. And the breath moves into the liver, gallbladder, right side kidney. And then using that right arm to bring the body up. Inhale, inhale. And exhale there, keep your legs the same. And then just take your hands behind your back, so they're on the floor. As you inhale, lift the chest up, so get the collarbones starting to spread. So roll the heads of the shoulders back. And then as you exhale, come into a forward fold, but don't worry about how far in. Try and keep the focus on lengthening the spine. So visualize in your mind's eye, the tailbone reaching down towards the earth, and the crown of the head reaching kind of forward and up a little bit. Chin is tucked in. So you can get a sense of washing your breath up and down the spine. So it's not about rounding the back to get into a forward fold. A little press of the feet to start to feel the legs turn on, and then a bit more length through the spine. So I want to get that spine as lengthening and long and active as possible. You might find after a breath or two this space to go deeper, but don't compromise the length of the spine to do that. Alrighty, coming all the way up on the next breath in. Take the left leg straight forward and bring the right knee in. So the right knee's bent, right foot on the floor. And try and, best you can, keep both sit bones plugging down. And take the right hand behind like a little prop on the floor, and then inhale the left arm up. As you exhale, hook the elbow around the knee. So you're hugging the right knee in towards the chest. If you're feeling super open, you can take it outside of the right knee there, but just make sure that the spine's still really long. I'm just applying a little bit of pressure as you inhale. Get your breath down into the right side of your abdomen. And then as you exhale, use your elbow to squeeze the right knee in. So just applying a little bit of pressure to the internal organs. Again, the liver, gallbladder. Keeping that pressure as you inhale, reach the crown of the head, and then feel for twisting your chest towards the right. So the spine rotates, but the head stays in line with the chest, so we're not twisting the neck necessarily. Awesome work. And then inhale back through center. Extend the right leg out as you exhale. Keep the breath moving. Bring the left leg in. So same thing here. The left hand goes behind as a little prop. Inhale the right arm up, up, up. And then as you exhale, you can hook. I like to just, early on in the practice anyway, I just like to use the elbow to hug the knee in. But if there is space for you, you can go deeper. Just kind of feel for what's available. And then feel into your right leg. So I want you to feel like you're activating the right leg and the toes rotate straight up. So they're not in, they're not out, they're pointing straight up towards the ceiling. Reaching out through the right heel as you inhale to lift up. The crown of the head skyward. And then hugging the left knee into the chest again, twisting towards the left as you exhale. A little bit of compression on the left side of the belly. Lengthening through the spine. Start to get the breath through the side ribs there. So deep, deep, deep breath. Awesome work. And then release, come back. As you inhale, lay straight down onto your back for abs as you exhale. Very exciting. So we're going to keep this pretty modified to start with. We're going to start with the feet, actually the head on the floor, but the feet up. If the feet up is too much, you can always work with the feet down, no problem. Okay, tuck the chin in so the back of the neck is long, and then feel the front ribs pull right down. So I want to again focus on keeping the lower back pressing into the floor. Inhale through the side ribs. Hold the breath, take the left leg straight up, push up through the left heel as you exhale, pull your lower belly down. Left knee bends, inhale through the back of the body, keep the lower back pressing down. Hold the breath, take the right leg straight up, push up through right heel, exhale, belly draws down. Bend the right knee back. Inhale through both side rib cage. Hold the breath, send the left foot forward like you would in elbow to knee. So you're 45 degrees away from the floor. Push through the left heel, keep the lower back pressing, belly draws in. Left knee comes back, take a huge breath through side ribs. Hold the breath, extend the right leg forward, 45 degrees. As you exhale, keep lower back pressing, lower belly draws in. Right knee comes back, take a huge feeling breath through side ribs. The head is still down. Hold the breath, extend the left leg forward so it's almost like parallel to the floor. Exhale, belly draws in, keep the lower back pressing down. Left leg comes back, take a huge breath through side ribs. Hold the breath, extend the right leg forward again, push through the right heel, keep the lower back pressing, belly draws in. Inhale back. Hold the breath. Press the top rim of the sacrum as you exhale, extend the left leg forward so it's 2 inches above the floor. Keep the lower back pressing, navel draws in. Chin tucked. Inhale, left knee back. Hold the breath, lower back presses down. As you exhale, extend right leg forward. It's about 2 inches off the floor. Press through the right heel, keep the lower belly drawing in. Both knees bend, inhale. Hold the breath, press low back down. This time go back to the parallel position. So left leg parallel as you extend, press through left heel, belly draws in. So we're going all the way back up again. Inhale, left knee back. Hold the breath, extend the right leg again so it's parallel. Keep pressing the lower back into the mat, pull the belly down towards the spine. Inhale, right knee back. Hold the breath, press the lower back down, extend the left leg to 45 degrees, so back to that elbow to knee position. Spread the feet this time as you exhale, belly draws in. Left knee comes back, take a huge breath through the back of the body. Hold the breath, send the right heel forward 45 degrees, keep the lower back pressing, chin tucked, ribs down, belly draws in. Inhale back, hold the breath, last one. Press top rim of the sacrum into the mat as you exhale, take the left leg straight up, push up through left heel as the belly draws in. Left leg bends, take a big breath in. Hold the breath, press top rim of the sacrum down, send the right leg straight up, push through right heel as you exhale, lower belly draws in. Inhale, both knees bend, put both feet down as you exhale. Take a full feeling breath into the lower part of your belly. It's like really feel your breath move down there. And as you exhale, feel your navel draw back towards the spine, so squeezing all of the breath out, out, out. Alrighty, setting up for twisted root abdominals. So if you can't get the legs over twice in a double bind, just cross the left leg over the right once, that's plenty. Again, you can keep both feet down if you really need to, otherwise feet up. This time, interlace your fingers at the base of the skull and point the elbows skyward. So the legs are crossed like a twisted root position with the left leg on top. Inhale, lift head and shoulders up. Exhale, curl tailbone, squeeze thighs, sit bones together. Send the knees up and pull the belly down. Relax the pelvis, keep the head up, take an inhale. Exhale, curl tailbone, squeeze thighs, squeeze sit bones, send knees up, belly draws in. Relax the pelvis, take a huge breath. As you exhale, curl the tailbone, squeeze thighs, squeeze sit bones, reach your armpits skyward, pull the belly in. Inhale, head down, keep the legs the same as you exhale. Put your hands to the top of the thigh closest to the hip joint, the legs are still bound. Chin is tucked, neck is long. Take a big breath through the back of the body. Hold the breath, press hands and thighs together, press, exhale, belly draws in. So hopefully you feel this at the bottom of your belly. Release the press, take a big, big, big breath in. As you exhale, press hands and thighs together, spread the toes, belly draws in. Release the cross of your legs, plant both feet down. Pause there for a moment, take a big breath in. Open the mouth, full breath out. And then changing legs. Always get to do 2 versions, 2 rounds for 2 sides. How exciting. So right leg's on top, either cross it once or twice. Fingers interlace at the base of the skull. Point the elbows up and then huge feeling breath through the back of the body. Hold the breath, curl tailbone, squeeze sit bones, squeeze thighs, send knees up. Armpits skyward, belly draws in. Relax the pelvis, take a huge feeling breath in. Hold the breath, curl tailbone, squeeze thighs, squeeze sit bones, send knees up, belly draws in. Relax the pelvis, take a massive breath through the back of the body. Hold the breath, curl tailbone, squeeze thighs, squeeze sit bones, send knees up, 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 belly draws in. Inhale, head down, keep the legs the same, spread out to the toes. Feeling breath through the back of the body. As you exhale, curl tailbone, press hands and thighs together, press, belly draws in. Relax the pelvis, take a feeling breath in. As you exhale, curl tailbone, press hands and thighs together, press, belly draws in. From there, unravel your legs, put both feet down, take a feeling breath into your belly. Feel the energy move from your belly down through your legs as you breathe out. And then from there, off-center your pelvis to the left, take both knees over to the right. So laying down spinal twist, left arm out to the left. And this morning, your gaze is the same direction of the knees. So I'm going to start to feel for an opening through the upper left side of the chest. Take a deep feeling breath in there. Exhale completely. And back through center on the inhale, and then off center your pelvis to the right. Knees come into the chest and over to the left as you exhale. So the right arm extends to shoulder height. You can have a cactus arm if you need to. But then gaze in the same direction as the knees. So when I feel that release, opening through the upper right side of the chest. Okay, take a big feeling breath in. And back through center as you breathe out. Plant both feet down. Little rock and roll. Come on up onto your hands and your knees. So you're in a tabletop position. Give the palms a bit of a spread so you've got middle finger facing straight ahead. And you feel for pressing through the thumb, the middle finger and the pinky finger. It's that tripod of the hand. So I don't want you guys to bend your elbows at all, but you're going to let your chest drop towards the floor and then you're going to press it up towards the ceiling, but the elbows stay straight. So chest drops and then upper back round. So we're starting to activate serratus, which is the muscle that stabilizes the shoulders. So just moving at your own pace, but be mindful that the elbows stay pretty much locked. And we're just starting to activate the area between the shoulder blades. And you might also feel the muscles around the rib cage, the back of the rib cage particularly, starting to activate. Just do 3 more. 2, 3. Beautiful work. And then pause there, take an inhale. Stay as you exhale. And then make your way down onto your belly. Just going to move my microphone. So you're going to take your arms straight forward. You've got space. Palms downward facing. Take an inhale through the back of the body. Legs are extended as you exhale. And then on the next inhale, lift your arms and your legs. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift, arms and legs. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift, keep the arms and legs active. Exhale, lower. Just going to do another 5. Lower. 4. Lower. 3. Lower. 2. Squeeze the legs. 1. And then release. Okay, staying on your belly. Take your arms out, so like arms extend out like straight arms. And then you're going to bend your left hand, so the left elbow bends up towards the ceiling. And you're just going to roll towards your right. So the knees bend back like a little chest opener on the floor. Then you're going to come back onto your tummy. You're going to extend the left arm, bend the right, and roll to the other side. Okay, and we're going to keep this moving, so keep alternating from side to side. Just rolling open through the upper side of the chest. We don't want to stay static. So we're trying to get a little bit of release in the upper side of the chest there before we start to move. So let's just do a couple more on each side. Awesome work. And once you've done that, come back onto your belly. Press back onto your hands and knees. Measure your upper arm bones. Palms downward facing here, so you can either clasp your hands or you can have your forearms parallel. Let the back of the head relax and then take a huge feeling breath through the back of the body. Tuck the toes, and as you exhale, press up into dolphin. So just get a sense here, guys, for it's like the elbows are in towards the midline. Forearms press down to help you lift up through the side of the body. And then don't neglect your legs here. So there's this sense of using the power and strength, particularly through the inner thighs, like rolling the inner thighs back to feel for a lift up through the spine. And then there's a little bit more space through the shoulders, the chest and the upper back. Start to deepen your breath more. And feeling the breath move up through the armpits, the chest, the upper back. And release, lower the knees down. Measure your upper arm bones again, but this time turn your palms upward facing. So before we go anywhere, I want you guys to feel for like integrity through the arms in this pose, which might mean today's a day when you keep your knees down, and that's fine. But take a look at your palms and feel for spreading out so much so that your thumb almost touches the mat. That's like the ultimate aim in this pose. Now, if you feel as though doing that and you're already getting a lot of strength building through your arms, you can stay with the knees down, no problem. If today's a day when you feel a bit stronger, you can tuck your toes, and as you exhale, lift your knees up. But check your hands, like if there's any compromising going on there, put the knees down and really feel for building strength. This sense of spreading through the palms, whether the knees are up or down. Lengthening through the side ribs, and then again activate the legs if they're lifted. So feel the inner thighs roll back. And one more feeling breath in. Stay for a complete breath out. And then lower the knees. Come to the top of the mat. Okay, maybe feet are hip width apart, maybe feet are together today. Just feeling for what works best in your back, and then as you inhale, take the arms straight up. Fold forward as you breathe out. Hands on your shins today. Get an inhale halfway, so keep the chin tucked under. Feel for really lengthening the spine and spread the collarbones, and then fold as you exhale. Let's go again. Inhale halfway, lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. This time plant the palms and step back to plank as you exhale. Come forward on an inhale, make sure the legs are really engaged. Knees down, lower really slow as you exhale. Start with a low cobra. So keep the lower ribs on the floor. Use the hands to drag the chest forward, the upper back squeezes, take an inhale. And then press back, navel to spine. Down dog as you exhale. Step the left foot forward for warrior two legs. Make sure that front knee and ankle are stacked, and then relax the arms by your side. Feel for the back of the head over the sacrum. And then separate your teeth, so just notice the tension in the jaw there. So deep breath through the upper back. Hold the breath, lift the shoulders right up to your ears. So do this gently. Keep them lifted, take the shoulders back, squeeze, and as you exhale, drag them down. So it's like a little massage for your upper back. Inhale between the shoulder blades. As you exhale, squeeze mid-shoulder blades together. So strong squeeze again as you exhale, drag down. Inhale into mid and upper back. Bend the elbows, little squeeze, bottom tips of the shoulder blades this time. Keep the ribs drawn in as you drag the shoulders down. So easy, easy. Now keep the legs the same. Take the arms out, palms upward facing. Big breath in there. And as you exhale, take the right arm underneath the left. So you've got eagle arms. If eagle arms is too intense for you today, you can just press your forearms together. So you don't need to do the bind. And take a big breath into the upper back. As you exhale, send the elbows forward a little, like feel for space between the shoulder blades. But then let the heads of the shoulders relax. So easy, steady breath in between the shoulder blades and all around to the armpits and the upper chest. Beautiful work. Release the arms. Plant the palms. Step back to plank. Come forward as you inhale, knees go down, lower super slow as you exhale. So you need to feel the chest really working. Come into a cobra. Inhale, heart moves forward, thighs move back. Downward facing dog as you exhale. Right foot forward, warrior two. Try to feel here, guys, like there's a little bit of a like drawing in of the heels to the middle of the mat, just so that the legs are active slightly. And then big breath through the upper back. Hold the breath, lift shoulders right up to the ears. Take them back, squeeze. As you exhale, drag the shoulders down. Inhale into mid-back. Keep the ribs drawn in again as you exhale, squeeze, just like you're stimulating the back line of the body. So it's nothing too aggressive. Then drag the shoulders down. Inhale through the mid and upper back. Slight bend of the elbows as you exhale, squeeze. Crown of the head reaches up. Shoulder blades move down. And then release, take the arms out, palms upward facing. Take a big feeling breath in there. So when the chest is open, fill up more. And as you exhale, take the left arm under the right. So you've got the bind or pressing forearms together is fine. But feel this sense of lifting the upper part of the body up. So squeeze of the arms together as you inhale. And sending the elbows forward as you exhale. Let the shoulders relax, heads of the shoulders soften down. Release. Plant the palms, step straight back to downward facing dog. So full feeling breath in here. Really spread through the palms and feel for planting through the thumb, middle finger, pinky as you exhale. And step the left foot forward. Come into warrior two legs again. We set it up for reverse warrior, but with back traction. So bring your right hand into the right hip crease. Inhale, lift up through the chest. And then send your torso towards the back leg. So you're getting a little lengthening through the left side of the ribs, and then reach the left arm into neck release. So it's a reverse warrior with a little bit of support on the back hip. And then this sense of letting the right ear rest down towards right shoulder. So we're starting to feel for a little bit of let go through the left side of the neck. And take a deep breath into the upper left side of the chest. As you breathe out, see if you can roll your left shoulder head back so the collarbone starts to lengthen. The upper left side of the chest open. And using that left arm, come all the way up. Bring the left forearm to the left thigh and take the right arm like diagonal to your left. It's a slight bend in the right elbow here, and then keep the front ribs drawing in. So nothing else really moves except the arm. Take a big breath into the upper right side of the chest. Just start to move the right arm back. So imagine there's a wall behind your right hand. You're trying to press the back of your hand into that wall. Nothing else moves. Now relax your neck. It's like left ear to left shoulder. A big, big feeling breath in, particularly the upper right side of the chest. Maybe you can take that right arm back a little bit more, but nothing else moves, just the arm. Awesome work. And then release, plant the palms, step back to plank. Come forward on an inhale, knees go down. Keep the navel engaged as you lower on the exhale. Take the hands forward a little bit, come into a cobra, so maybe it's a little bit higher, but really focus on squeezing the upper back. And then press back to down dog as you exhale. Downward facing dog. Right foot forward for warrior two. So back to reverse with a back traction again. So the left hand comes into left hip crease. And then you want to feel as though you're lifting up through the spine and then extend your body back. So it won't go as deep as you're probably used to, which is fine. And then the right arm reaches to neck release. So down towards the right knee as the left ear eases towards left shoulder. Feel here, guys, for a little spread through your toes so they're not bunching into the mat. And then sending the tailbone down towards the floor. So you get a little bit of length in the lower back there. Okay, one more feeling breath in. Feel the upper right side of the chest. Stay for breath out. Use that right arm to come all the way up. Bring the right forearm to the right thigh, and we're back in chest opener again. So left arm parallel to the right. Take an inhale there, like fill up, particularly through the upper right side and the left side of the chest. And then again, nothing else moves, it's just the left arm. It's particularly these areas, like we're actually working the lung meridian, which is incredibly relevant to this season. And this area of the upper chest tends to get really constricted. And then the ribs and all the other parts of the body have to compensate for that lack of movement. So we want to keep bringing in this mobility into the upper side of the chest, whilst letting the neck go. All the things. I take one more feeling breath in here. Stay for breath out with ease. And release, press back. Down dog only. Take a big breath in there. Stay for breath out, but soften. Like notice where there's an over effort in the body. Inhale, step the left foot forward, put the back knee down. So you're in a high lunge. Back knee is underneath the back hip. Put the left hand on the left thigh just to support the back. And as you inhale, reach the right arm up. Come into twisting lunge as you exhale. So you've got a little fist with the right hand. The left hand goes on top. So I want you guys to feel for the whole of your abdomen off your front thigh. Use that bottom elbow to lift up. And then don't worry about how deep the twist goes. It's not important. What's important is that the twist is occurring through the spine. So try and keep the pelvis stable. Take a breath in. So you can lengthen the crown of the head forward, and then without moving your hips at all, feel like you're moving your chest towards your fist. It's a totally different experience. Let the neck go. Again, notice where the breath can go to here. So we start to open up the back of the body. There's more space to breathe through those stickier areas. And then slowly release. Take your left foot wider on the mat. So it's like out to the outer edge of the mat. You're actually going to come onto the knife edge of the left foot. The right hand, obviously right wrist, elbow, shoulder are stacked. Now you can just stay here, or you inhale, reach the left arm forward, take it back. So you're starting to get an opening through the chest. Just watch that right shoulder head doesn't come forward. So you want to wrap it back towards the back. And then if you've got an option to catch the back foot, and get a little bit of quad opening there too. It's always nice. What's more important here than catching your foot is that your chest it's like almost in a cobra-like position. So it's opening up. And then that right shoulder is super stable, so you're not kind of dumping the weight into the right arm. And then a feeling breath through the front line of the body this time. Maybe you can bring that heel in a little closer as you breathe out. And then release. Plant the palms, step back to plank. Come forward as you inhale, knees go down. You can lower on the exhales, keep the chest working, shoulder heads back. Thighs engaged, come into cobra on an inhale. Let's use a little bit of hand pressure just to drag the chest forward a bit. And then down dog, navel to spine as you exhale. Big feeling breath. Full breath out. Like really empty the lungs. Each time we come back here, get to the very, very bottom of the lungs. And step the right foot forward into twisting lunge. So again, just check front knee and ankle, back knee and hip. The right hand on the right thigh. Inhale the left arm up. Twist as you exhale. It's got a little hook there. Little fist with the left hand. Right hand goes on top. And again, we're interested in getting the belly off the front thigh here. So don't worry about deepening the twist. Worry about stability, strength. Then inhale, lengthen the crown of the head forward and twisting your chest towards your fist as you breathe out, but keep the inner thighs squeezed into the midline. So the legs are really stable. Neck is relaxed. And again, we'll be feeling breath in there to lengthen, lengthen. Twisting your chest towards your fist as you breathe out, pelvis still. Awesome work. And then release, slow, slow. Front foot moves forward a little. You're on the knife edge of the right foot this time. Left hand on the floor, or you can also have the left hand on a block actually. So see how that feels for you, and then reach the right arm forward. Take it back, you can stay there. Or you can catch the foot. So again, you want to feel like the left hand is pushing the floor away. So So you're not sinking into the left arm. Left shoulder head reaches back, and then the chest opens up like to the right and then up, like a cobra. And you want to feel maybe that back heel comes in a little closer or not. I'll take one more feeling breath in. And release as you breathe out and step to down dog only. Downward facing dog. Take a full feeling breath in. Open your mouth and let the breath out. Like a complete exhale. Let's do another one of them. So big breath in. A full exhale. Step the left foot forward. Come into warrior two legs. Reverse warrior. Inhale both arms up. Hold the breath, go back only as far as your held breath will allow. Then place the right hand on the right thigh and keep lifting up through the left side of the ribs. So again, we want to keep the neck relatively soft. Press in through both feet. Take a big feeling breath to lift up through both side ribs. Stay for breath out. And come all the way up as you inhale. Bring the left hand inside or outside the left foot. You can have your hand on a block here. If that's too much, just bring the forearm to the front thigh and take a half bind with the right hand. So you've got a few options there. If you're doing the full version, which is the hand on the floor, make sure that your left butt cheek is not sticking out to the left too much. So you want to send it like it's going towards the back of the mat. And then extend the right arm over, so you're an extended warrior. So the idea here, if you're in the full, well, both versions actually, you want to spin the left ribs skyward. Feel for a let go through the right side of the neck. Okay, big feeling breath through both side ribs. Stay as you breathe out. And release both hands to the floor. Step back to plank. Come forward as you inhale. Knees down, lower on the exhale. So just going to stick with cobra. Take the hands forward again. Use your arms to drag the chest forward. So the arms are actually working. Like you're trying to pull yourself forward. And then lower, press back. Down dog on the exhale. Right foot forward, warrior two. Come up as you inhale. Just get the legs ready and steady as you exhale. And then inhale, both arms up again. Hold the breath. Go back only as far as your held breath will allow. Then let the left hand rest to the left thigh and keep the right arm reaching up and over. You're trekking that right thigh forward. There's a bit of let go through the right side of the neck there. And then steady breath. So use your breath to stay anchored in your body. And by that, it's like feeling where your breath goes when you breathe in. And then what happens when you breathe out? And coming all the way up. Right hand is either inside or outside the right foot. You can option to bring your forearm to your front thigh there. You can always use a block somewhere in between. And then again, get this sense of sending the right hip towards the back of the mat as you extend to the left side of the body. And this sense of feeling the right ribs move up towards the ceiling. As you let go through the neck a little bit more. And feel in for that place where strength meets softness. Like, of course, the pose is active, the legs are working. Anyway. And then, but where else can you soften? And then release, plant the palm, step just to down dog as you exhale. Take a feeling breath in here. Again, get that connection through the palms and the feet as you breathe out. It's like that plugging back in again. Just remembering where we are, what's happening, connected to the breath. And step the left foot forward again, put the back knee down. So you're back in a high lunge. So there's two options here. We're going to go through both. The first option is to take the right arm outside the left thigh and the left arm behind the back. That's like a half version. Just make sure that back shin is coming straight out from the knee, so the shin's not into the midline, which will happen. If that's enough for you, stay. Otherwise, you can come into the full bind, so come in twisting interlock there. Okay, so you want to get this sense like you're rolling the left shoulder away from the floor. The belly rests on the thigh this time. A little bit more support in that place. And this sense of rolling open again. Maybe you can let go of a little bit of tension through the neck. Feeling the wobbles as you let the neck go. One more feeling breath. You can get your breath through the back of the body a little bit more. Deeper twist as you breathe out. And then release hands to the floor. Reset your feet for pyramid. So if you're hamstring tweaky, you can do this with your hands on blocks, but make sure you bend your front knee quite a lot. And then again, place the position of the feet so that you're not overstraining the back of the leg. Take an inhale halfway. Fold forward as you exhale. So a lot of people do this pose with the legs way too far apart, like they're either way long on the mat or too wide. It really depends on the width of your pelvis, so you're going to have to figure that out for yourselves. But what you're wanting to feel for is a release through the back of the left leg line, particularly the back of the thigh. You want to feel like the left hip tracks back a bit and the spine can lengthen over the front leg quite easily. Also want to feel like you're still really connected to the back leg here. So if that back leg's off, do something to engage it. Either turn the muscle on or move the position. And let go through the back of the neck. Just take one more feeling breath in there. And out. And then release. Step back to plank. Come forward as you inhale, engage the belly, engage the thighs, and then lower all the way as you exhale. Come into a cobra. Make sure the thighs are still working, so the butt reaches back towards the heels. And then navel to spine, down dog as you exhale. Right foot forward, back knee down. Twisting warrior, twisting lunge interlock actually. So we'll go through the stages again. Start with the left arm outside the right with the right arm behind the back. That's option 1. And then if you want to go for the full bind, it's option 2. But you want to feel like if you're doing the full bind, make sure the pelvis is stable so you've not got your right hip hiking out to one side. You want to feel again the length through the spine and then soften through the belly. Start to twist the chest up towards the ceiling. And you're still pressing through the back shin, still engaged through the front leg, but relaxed through the jaw. Awesome work. Slowly release. Reset for pyramid. So again, be mindful. Front knee might need to bend quite a lot. You might need blocks. For me, the feet are about hip width laterally and maybe a foot or 2 apart. So just find that for yourself and trust that you're in the right place for your pelvis. So inhale, come up to the fingertips, take an inhale, lengthen, lengthen, and then fold as you exhale. So you want to feel this through the back of the right thigh, but it's not like a, oh my God. It's like, oh yeah, I can feel that. So if it's like, oh my God, do something to change it. Either bend the front knee or reposition your feet. You want to still be able to breathe with ease. The breath is not strained. And the back of the head is relaxed. And release. Step back to downward facing dog only. Down dog. Take a big breath in. Full feeling breath out. Just have your block nearby here. We're going to step the left foot forward to set up for a twisted triangle. So the feet are probably a little bit longer apart than the previous pose, but similar to pyramid. The block is going to be either on the inside of your left foot or the outside. If you don't have a block, that's okay. Just optional. I like a block in this pose for me because it otherwise feels really squashed. I don't like that feeling. And then inhale, lengthen the spine forward and then start to twist like your spine is twisting, not your pelvis. So you can even keep your hand on your sacrum there just to check the pelvis is still very stable. And you can keep your hand there and you can take the left arm up. So just again, you want to feel like that bottom hand is light. The right shoulder head reaches back away from your ear. And the feet are both active. So actively working as you twist. Okay, let's just take one more feeling breath here. See if you can get a bit more length through the spine. And then maybe, without using your right shoulder, you can twist a little deeper on the exhale. Keep the right shoulder still. Release. Come into pigeon. Yay. We're not done yet, but we're getting there. So you might want to come up onto the fingertips, tuck the right toes under, reach the right leg back. Take an inhale, lift the chest, and then walk the hands forward. Onto forearms. Maybe all the way down, but keep the left foot active. So still reaching through the left heel. Okay, big feeling breath in here. To lengthen, lengthen. Let the jaw relax as you breathe out, like the jaw, the eyes, the cheekbones, that whole area. And then release. Press back to plank. Come forward on an inhale. Make sure the legs are still working. Knees go down, navel in, lower on the exhale. Cobra. Spread the toes. Down dog on the exhale. You might need your block again. Just have that near the mat. Twisting triangle, this time right foot forward. So again, use the block in a place that's most beneficial. The benefit is for you to feel the spine lengthen. So left hand on the block, maybe the right hand on the sacrum, I like that. It just helps me feel when the pelvis tilts, because otherwise we can't see. And then lengthen through the spine, lengthen, and twist the chest. So watch your left shoulder head. It will want to press forward. We don't want to move that shoulder at all. So the idea then is the chest has to work, the upper back. We get a little bit more mobility in the thoracic spine, the upper back. Right arm can go up or stay still, and then squeeze your inner thighs like they're squeezing into the midline. So the inner lines of your legs engage. One more feeling breath. Twist a little more, but don't move your legs. Awesome. And then release, press back. Downward facing dog. It's like the personal best of amount of poses we can get through without feeling rushed, I hope. We're getting close. All right, big breath in down dog. Full breath out. Step the left foot forward, come up into warrior two legs. I'm coming into ostrich, which I don't think we've done for a while. So take the hands are clasped at the lower back. If you can't clasp them, just do what you can. So maybe hold a strap in between or something like that works. And then inhale, lift the chest. I want you to hinge straight forward as you exhale. So the left knee bends. That stays in a warrior two position. And the arms are just coming over the head. So you want to squeeze and spread out through the collarbones, the chest. And then maybe you can go a little bit deeper as you breathe out. The back of the neck relax. Okay, now keeping your legs the same, release the arms to the floor. The right hand is close to the right foot and the left hand is on the inner left thigh. So coming into head to ankle prep. Just keep pressing that left thigh bone forward as you inhale and then lower the chest down towards the right hand as you exhale. Back of the neck is relaxed. You probably feel a lengthening through the inner right thigh. Definitely something in the left hip. Maybe even an arcing through the left side of the rib cage there. So take a deep breath in. Relax on the breath out. And release. Walk your hands forward, step back to plank. If you want to skip the planks, you can. Just come to down dog. Knees down to lower as you exhale. Come into a cobra. Inhale, big breath, upper back working. Thighs engage. Downward facing dog as you exhale. Right foot forward. Come on up to warrior two. Clasp your hands at your lower back. Take a big breath in to lift the chest. Collarbones spread and then hinge straight forward as you breathe out. So that front knee stays bent. Arms coming over the head. Collarbones spreading wide. A deep, deep, deep feeling breath. So notice how much easier it is to breathe now. Arms come over as you breathe out. And release the bind. Place the left hand on the floor, right hand on inner thigh. Head to ankle prep. Take a big breath in. Move your body towards the left hand as you traction the right thigh forward. The back of the neck is relaxed. You get this sense of feeling inner left thigh, outer right hip. A little bit of space through the right rib there. Okay, one more feeling breath. And out. Release, down dog. Big feeling breath. So you get to the very bottom of the lungs as you breathe out again, so empty fully. This is the last one. Left foot forward. Come into warrior two, and then bring both hands to the floor. So you're still in a warrior two position. Turn the fingers so they point away and walk them through your legs. So chest is down. You might hug the elbows into the midline, keep tracking the left thigh bone forward. Notice the back foot, so see if you can lift the back inner arch. Take one more feeling breath in. Commit to staying for the full breath out. And then walk your hands to your front foot, put your back knee down. So your back knee is underneath your hip. We'll start with head to ankle with the back knee down. So your head just moves down towards your left inner ankle. Make sure that back knee and hip stays stacked here, so you're not sending your pelvis forward. That's a totally different pose. If you want more, you can start to straighten the back leg, but the back leg is in like a warrior one position. So your back heel is flat. So again, if we change it, it's a different pose. So wherever you are, back knee down or up, you want to start to feel that left arm move underneath the left knee. So the left hand is outside the left foot and the head moves down towards the ankle. Take one more big breath into the tension that you feel in the hips somewhere or everywhere. Let the breath move out. And then release, just step to down dog. Hobble. Hobble to down dog. We've got the other side and then we're done. Right foot forward. Come up into warrior two. Hands to the floor as you exhale. Turn your fingers around, walk them through. So again, just get that sense of your feet are planted on the floor, but they're not gripping. So toes are spread. Front knee bends and then walking the arms through just as far as they'll go, feeling the inner left leg line. Inner arch of the left foot lifts. One more feeling breath. And out. And then placing that back knee down, set up. So just checking the back hip and knee stay stacked. Head towards the right inner ankle with the right arm underneath the right knee. Or you can start to straighten the back leg if that's where your body's at today. Just notice what happens when the leg position changes and be really honest about whether that's what you want to feel today. It might be a day that's a little bit less intense for you, and that's okay. Let's just take one more feeling breath in here. See if you can get the breath to touch into the area of tension in your right hip joint. And then release. Step back to down dog only. Downward facing dog. Take a big breath in. Full breath out. And walk your feet up towards your hands. Take an inhale halfway. Fold as you exhale. And then pressing through the legs to roll all the way up on an inhale. So take your feet to about hip width apart. You can bend your knees a lot. We're going to be standing forward bend with neck traction. So I actually like to bend my knees a lot here and then interlace the fingers so they rest at the base of the skull, like where the neck and the skull bones meet. Let your elbows traction down, like gravity's drawing the elbows down, so that all those little grippy muscles at the back of the neck can relax. Again, washing your breath through those places. Still feel a little bit stubborn. One more breath in. And out. And release. We'll pretty much sit down from there, so you don't even need to stand up really. And get you to cross your legs. Let's rearrange my camera a little bit. So the left leg is in front of the right. Start with a neck release. So sit on top of your left hand. And lift up through the chest. Little lean over to the right. So it's not much, but just enough to feel like the left side gets a little bit more tension there. And then let the right ear rest towards right shoulder. So this sense of peeling the left shoulder head back a little bit. So you breathe into the space at the back of the neck. Keep the chest lifted. Turn the tip of the nose towards the right shoulder. Again, maybe the feeling goes to the back of the neck, the left side. And from there, placing both hands on the knees and let the head hang forward. The area in between the shoulder blades, let go. And use the left hand to guide the head up, so keeping the neck relaxed. And change sides. The right leg in front of the left, the right hand goes under, sitting on the right hand as you inhale, lift up, up, up. Lean over to the left as you exhale, and again, left ear to left shoulder. Keep the chest lifted. Feel the breath through the right side of the neck there. And turn the tip of the nose towards the left shoulder. Feel for the back of the neck and the back of the right shoulder blade. And then lastly, let the head hang through centre again. Just try and keep the chest lifted a little bit. And use the right hand to help the head up easy. And lay back for Shavasana as you breathe out. Just take the ankles out wide. Just make a conscious effort to move the shoulders away from the ears, the chin tucks, neck long. Maybe your hands rest on your belly for the first minute or so. Feel the breath now move into the belly. And letting your body rest deeply on the floor, that support of the earth as you breathe out. Invite your breath in. Feel for washing your breath through the whole of your body. And transition to one side slowly. Let your body rest there for a moment. And then easing on up, either to kneeling or seated. So your hands rest easy at your heart. And sensing that different sensation and feeling now through the chest, the shoulders, the upper back, the neck. And let's take a deep breath in together through the nose. And a breath out through the mouth. And we're bowing gratitude to this practice. We honour each other. Say namaste, thank you, gracias.
Thank you, Lisa. It was lovely. Good
Thank
feedback.
you, Jackie.